Welcome back, everyone. Today we are introducing our AI called Taurus, which we have recently released. But before we jump into any of our AI modules and tutorials, I would like you to make sure that you have signed up and signed in. Once you have signed in to Task Lemon, please click on the project. It will bring you to this page. And once you're on this page, click on the Create Project button. It is very important that you are following along this tutorial from this point on. This way, when we jumped into a little bit more advanced AI features, learning how to create applications and tools in a very, very simplistic way using Task Lemon, step by step, you have to create your project. So you're not any steps behind and feeling a little lost, please make sure that you have created a project and follow every tutorial step by step after this tutorial as well to make sure that you are all caught up and don't get left behind. Uh, Click on the Create Project button as I just did. Once it brings you to this page, you can name it as I type my first AI project. And in the description, you can put whatever you want. I'm going to put learning how to create AI applications using Task Lemon. Your project reference can be left blank. You do not have to input anything in here, but if you would like to, you can. You can have up to 4 characters, 3, 2, or even 1, or like I said, blank. What the project reference does, it is a task ID that helps you identify which task you're referring to. And as we jump more into the more advanced AI tutorials, you will see it becomes extremely helpful to have your task ID rather than for you to type the full title of the task or explain what the task is about. For the sake of tutorial, we're going to put down AI here and leave this started as is and select toggle on no end date. And for the budget, for fun, you can put down a few zeros in there so we can feel a little rich. We have a create button and a create and create another. We're going to stick with just create, follow exactly what I'm doing, and you should not have any issues. Once you have created your project, it will show up under the list of your projects. If you don't see project here, it's probably the expand. So just click anywhere here on the dashboard and it'll expand and you can see your projects are here. By clicking on the edit project button, you'll be able to edit your project. And if you click on the project detail, you will see what your project is about. This is a paid plan feature, and this will not be available on a solopreneur, which we are on currently. But I have a good news for you guys. Go ahead and leave a comment on this video, and anyone who leaves a comment after 24 hours or within 24 hours, not after, anyone who leaves a comment within 24 hours of this video being published on YouTube will get a free startup plan for 3 months. It is $150 worth of cost that you will receive for free. All you need to do, just leave a comment under this video, and whoever leaves a comment within 24 hours of this video being pushed or published will get a license personally from me. And if you want to, let's head back to our task creation. And if you want to manage your tasks, you can click on Manage Projects from here, or if this is not expanded, you can just click anywhere here, and this is where we have created the project, and you will click on Manage Project. This will take you to a Kanban board. In Kanban board, you have different columns, which helps you navigate your project progress as you work on each task one by one. And you also have a list view if you don't need to use the columns to manage your project. There's a couple other things that are in the list view, but we are going to stick with the Kanban board for this tutorial. In order to create a task, first you need to click on Add Task button, and we're going to create the task manually first before we jump into any AI, so you understand what the task is, what it does, and how you can utilize it. Task title can be my first AI task, and in the description, you leave everything as is. This is not a tutorial about each and every field, just a manual process of what you need to do in order to create a task. It's very easy. You don't need to make things complicated. You can put anything down in the description that will help you understand in the future. In 5 years, you come back so you would know, hey, I know what this task is about. Or if somebody else reads this task, they would know what this task is about. And that is all you need to do at this point. In the future tutorials, I will cover a little bit more detail about how to create professional looking tasks. But for the sake of this tutorial, keeping it short, let's go ahead and just type create an AI task using Taurus AI. That's it. Nothing else needs to be added. You don't need to add a team, assign it to anybody, no task. But we will go ahead and add a subtask over here using Taurus AI. And you just press enter. That is it. Click on submit. And once you've created a task, there are two ways you can view. You can click on view in a new tab where you'll be able to see everything very clearly on a page. But we are going to click on a view which opens up a new pop-up window, or in the development we'll call it a model window. This is what your task kind of looks like, and you can click on edit. You can move your task around anywhere to any of these fields as you progress working on them. But let's keep this in to do at the moment and wait for it to come here. And look at our Taurus AI right there. But before we jump onto that, let's move this into in progress because we're about to create our first AI task. Let's click on Taurus AI and just type create a task for my first AI task. It sounds confusing, but just type this. Create a task for my first AI task. Keep the description short, under 20 words, and create one subtask to check off. Once I am done with the AI task creation, and then just type submit. And now our Taurus is working on creating a task. It will prompt you on the top right corner saying, hey, one task is created my first AI task with one subtask, and it's right here. Guess what? Our in progress now can be moved to review. You can just hold the task and drag it to the column that it is in. And now we need to review this task. Let's go ahead and click on view. And it did create a task. Wow, wonderful. My first AI task, create the initial AI task for the project. This task sets up a foundation for future AI application development. Confirm AI task creation is completed. That's all we wanted. It followed our instructions. We can go ahead and mark this task as completed. So we're going to click on view. Make sure our subtask is completed, and you can click on edit. And here you can see before the status was set to do, now it's in review. You don't need to click on the X button. Just click on the drop down and mark it complete. We'll click on submit to save the changes we have made, and woohoo! A milestone completed, task completed. Nice work. We completed a task. And if you want to see where that task is, you can navigate to the right and you will see this task is right here. Now we have a second task that we need to work on. So we can just click on this since our subtask is literally to create this AI task, which we have. So we're confirming from right here that we have completed our task, and we will click on configuration, and then we will click on task statuses, then click on enable reordering, and we will bring our completed right here. We'll just hold it and drag it up. Okay, and then disable reordering. It will save, and then we will go back to our project Kanban board. Here, now you will see that our columns have shifted a little bit. We have organized our columns, so it's easier for us to see what is completed here. And we can directly drop this over here or on the top, or we can go to New tab, click on Edit, and change this from To Do to Completed. We'll save the changes. We'll go back to our board, or right here, we can close the other tab, and you can click on this refresh button so it can update our board immediately without refreshing the whole page. And you can click on the view, and if you want, you can also leave a comment saying, woohoo, I have completed my second task, which is my first AI task. Click, and that's all there is to it. I think I closed the window sooner than I should have. When we clicked on the edit button, I did not wait for the page to finish loading. So let's go ahead and click on completed and click on save changes. And you can also drag and drop the task directly right here as well. I didn't want to wait too long for this to update for the sake of the video. So tasks completed, nice work. You move to task to completed. Your milestone progress has been recorded. Thank you. And another thing you can see, everything that you do, alerts will show up here, and you have separate sections for comments and task updates. That is all for today. If you have any questions, let me know. You can keep an eye out on your AI seeds from here. See how many AI seeds you have used. You get about 50 per month on a solopreneur. But remember, I said if you comment anything in this video's comment section within the next 24 hours of this video being published, you will get a free 3 months subscription of our starter plan, which gives you a higher AI seed token. So go ahead and leave a comment. Don't delay, don't forget, like, subscribe, and catch you next time.